If views are compliments, then subscribers are rent. Stop being broke and start making money. The goal of this video, doesn't matter if you're a creator or if you're an agency, is to create a strategic funnel that's gonna convert those views, those leads, into subscribers and potential buyers. In order to do that, I will show you what's a funnel, what's an example of a bad funnel, an example of a good funnel, and what things you need to optimize in order to convert as much as possible those leads, those views into subscribers. Okay guys, so why you're getting views but no subs, okay? Fix this funnel mistake. First of all, what is a funnel? A funnel is a process where the subscriber goes from being a stranger to becoming a spender, okay? This is gonna happen in any type of industry, okay? Firstly, there's gonna be someone that's gonna get to know you either by cold DMing, cold emailing, cold calling that person, or because you have an inbound system and he just got to meet you through that organic content, right? During that funnel, he's gonna go from stranger to, in this case, in the case of Onlyfans creators, to a follower, then a lead, and then a subscriber, okay? Now, we know what is a funnel, right? Is it that easy? Okay, is it just putting the content out, getting a stranger to go from a stranger to a lead to a subscriber? It's not that easy, okay? If it was, everyone will be rich, but it's not the case, right? Spoiler, no, many creators know how to drive attention, okay? This is already a fact, right? But have trouble turning the stranger into a subscriber. Why? Because it's not that easy. There's some things that you have to take into account when it comes to setting up the account, when it comes to having everything in order, so you can get those leads to become subscribers, right? So the most important thing, are they gonna find something new in your profile? What do I mean by this? Is there anything new that you're gonna be offering? Maybe the answer is no. Maybe you are like, okay, but I'm just a regular person, I'm just a regular girl. Okay, then who are you? What are you into? What are your hobbies? What's your personality all about? The problem I see with a lot of agencies or with a lot of creators is that they just don't want to show themselves through the content, and they don't understand that that's like the main thing. If you are able to show your personality through the content, you're gonna be able to show yourself and kind of get a personal brand or a bunch of followers, a community that likes you because of who you are, because of your personality. And then we have the other stuff, right? Which is the bad bio, bad profile picture, bad username, no CTA. CTA stands for call to action, okay? And it's just kind of calling them to do something. In this case, what we want is for them to click the link in bio and then subscribe to your OnlyFans. Spammy profile and weak landing page or just a weak link, right? In this case, I'm putting get all my links for obvious reasons, right? If you're still using get all my links in 2025 after what happened, then you have a problem. And then weak OF landing page, okay? This is something that a lot of people just don't think about. But if you think about it, when it comes to the funnel, is the last step before they become a subscriber. So if they've already gone through all of the steps in the funnel and they are already in the last step, which is your OF page, and they just don't subscribe, that's your fault because you don't have an optimized page. Now moving on. So one of the biggest problems, again, is an unoptimized social media. I don't care if you're doing Twitter, I don't care if you're doing Instagram, I don't care if you're doing Reddit, for example. I'm just gonna be focusing on the problems that I see in general, but I want you to think about yourself, about the own social media that you're doing, okay? There isn't a theme, there isn't a niche on your page, it's just a normal profile. There's a bad bio, bad profile picture, bad username, no call to action, spammy profile. Something else that I wanted to touch on when it comes to having a normal profile is that, okay, you are the 476,000 girl that a possible subscriber is seeing on Instagram, right? They are seeing your reels and they are like, okay, another girl that does OnlyFans. What's that thing that you're doing differently? For example, Jelly Beans, right? She has a thing for cars. Like a lot of her content is just with cars. Okay, she also does trends, but a lot of content and the content that goes the most viral is with cars. So what is that thing that you're doing? Don't worry, because now I'm going to be showing an example of how to not do things. And later I'm going to be showing you an example of how to do things, right? How, like some different examples of profiles that are truly optimized. So in this case, right, we have this creator, which could be very good, right? She's at 20,000 followers. She has some feed posts, but she doesn't have any reels posted. She just has selfies and that's about it. She does have stories, but like it's another girl, right? Another Latina girl with big tits. Okay. If this girl was doing reels, she could be making way more money. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, if she had a good feed, looking nice, clean, aesthetic, things would be very, very different for her. Another problem, again, as I said, the profile picture. The profile picture is not the best, in my opinion. I think it's too amateur. It feels like it's just a normal profile, not an OnlyFans profile. So it's like, okay, why am I going to be following this girl and I'm going to be clicking in the link? Okay, yes, she's hot, but not that crazy. Now, if we go to the link, this is better optimized than the other one. If we click here, yeah, it's going to take us to the OnlyFans. If you check also her OnlyFans, it's not optimized. The subscription price is very high. I don't think it's bad as long as you have like a discount for the first month, but she doesn't. I think the bio is not that bad, but it could be way better. The banner is, in my opinion, not the best. I think it's not good at all. And if you check the profile picture again, like, I don't think it's good. Like, it's just a picture that she has taken, like a selfie on her car. It's not straight, right? Like, it's like this. I don't like it. Now, weak landing page, okay? The problem with Get All My Links is what I just told you about, right? They were getting too many views to the point where Meta noticed. The thing is, almost all of the creators that were using Get All My Links were models, and the link was being used because it has a deep link that's gonna be driving you directly to the OnlyFans page. What's the current update with Meta? So they are allowing deep links. Okay, this is something that a lot of people don't know. They are allowing deep links as long as there's like a safety plus 18 that you have to accept, right? Like a warning before you go straight into the content, okay? What not to use? I wouldn't use the main ones, to be honest with you. I wouldn't use Linktree. I wouldn't use Get All My Links. Why? Because they are too well known, right? And some of them offer the deep linking. The problem is now with the new Meta update, you're going to get banned, right? Like your account is going to get banned. Not only that, but if there's a big issue again, it could happen to one of these services, right? It has already happened to Get All My Links. So imagine if it happened to Linktree, if it happened to All My Links, Snipfeed, one of the big ones. So don't worry, because I have two alternatives to Get All My Links that I'm going to be showing you later, okay? And you just decide which one is best for you. Okay, and finally, the psychological strategies for the landing page. So one of the things that I see is that there's a lot of creators that have the landing page, but they don't have one of these psychological triggers that are gonna put some urgency to the lead in order to subscribe. For example, discount only for the next 24 hours, right? You do the discount for the next 24 hours for real. Like, it cannot be something that stays like this all of the time. There's some hacks that I can go over if you need to, or if you think it could help you on another video. Another thing, for example, instead of putting the discount only for the 24 hours, for the next 24 hours, you could also do it, instead of for everyone, you could put it only for the next 10 subscribers. So it adds more urgency. You can also add in the landing page, depending on the service that you use, a text where it says, only applying this discount for my Instagram subscribers, or for my Reddit subscribers, only for the next 5. Something like that, right? This is going to trigger a sense of urgency for the subscriber, where they're going to be like, okay, I have to click this, because if I don't get now the spot, I'm not going to get it. Then they click on it, and then they go to the OnlyFans, they see that it's for real, and it's like, okay, I have to get it. So you're going to get more subscribers, but by having these different triggers. So the main thing with Reddit, Twitter, Instagram is that doesn't matter what you're doing, there's a synergy between what you do on OnlyFans and what you do on your social media, right? For example, if on social media you're doing constantly videos, or you're just doing ASMR, and then you get a subscriber, and then he's asking for a custom, right? Because that's the most common thing, where the creator is doing ASMR. If you don't do ASMR on OnlyFans, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be a connection between what you post on social media and then what you do on your OF profile. So you have to stay on brand, both on your social media and your OF profile. Now, profile picture and banner. what I would recommend you to do, to be honest, is to just go ahead and show your assets, okay? What I would do is on the profile picture, just show yourself, show the front side of yourself. You know that there's no nudity available on the profile picture or banner, so just be creative, right? Like play with emojis to hide some parts of your body. Use your hands to hide some parts of your body. Just think about it, right? And then for the banner, I would go for something that's more your entire body, or that specific thing about your body that you are like, okay, I think this is one of the most marketable things of myself. I think this can bring a lot of subscribers. Don't worry, because I'm going to be showing you a bad example, mid example, and good example. Now, the name. This is something that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, but it's one of the most important things, if we're honest. Think about big fashion houses, Gucci, Loewe, YSL, which is Yves Saint Laurent. Think about big technological brands, right? Facebook was like something that was already old fashioned, and they just changed the name to Meta, right? They rebranded themselves as Meta. Apple, Windows. Just think, right, about the big businesses. They normally have just one word, and it's a memorable word, something that you're gonna remember. I would really encourage you to choose a name that's not the typical Alexa doll XO, for example, right? Or Your Angel Kitty XO or 69, whatever it is. I would recommend you to go for something that not a lot of people are named like that. You know what I mean? Like just something that's gonna stick into the subscribers or possible subscribers' mind. Then the description. Okay. One of the things that I see people fucking up the most, right? Descriptions are super, super important. If you're not telling or showing personality through the description, and you're not adding a call to action at the end, why are you doing it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So make sure to really think about it. Think about the image you want to portray. Are you trying to portray the girl next door type of vibe? Or are you trying to portray more of a MILF type of vibe? There's going to be a huge difference between how you're going to be talking about one and the other. Then the CTA plus discount, we already went through. When you add a discount to your OF profile, you can add a message. A lot of people just have like 70% for the next 10 hours. What I like to do, and I encourage you to do, is create a scenario that possible subscribers are going to relate to. It's going to make them laugh, and it's going to be like, okay, I will subscribe. For example, in the past, it wasn't easy to watch any adult content. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to here in Spain, they are called video clubs. It's just like a place where you rent movies. I think in the US, it's like Blockbuster, right? And I remember there was a section that was just everything plus 18. I remember I used to pass by very fast just to kind of get a peek when I was a kid. And I guess it was also a little bit different, right? To rent a movie like that, it was a little bit complicated. Everyone was going to know that you rented that movie, so you had to be discreet. So if you play with something like this or with the incognito browser, something like that, I think you can create a very, very good CTA, a call to action that's going to make them relate, love, and want to subscribe. Now, let's just go ahead with the bad examples, mid examples, and good examples. So a bad example would be this one, right? I was looking on Onlyfans for some creators, and I found this one. I like that she says, I run my OnlyFans by myself, so you're talking with me. I don't like that everything is on caps, right? I think the profile picture is horrible, right? Like you can see the black things on the side. You have the banner, which, yes, I see what she's doing, right? She's trying to show her ass, but I don't think it's the best photo. And then again, you have like these two black things here that just don't make life easier, right? Same thing here, $37.99 per month, very high subscription. I don't like it. Now, another example. I would say this is a mid example, okay? I really do like how she's taking advantage of the banner, right? Like how she's using this small bikini. I also really like her profile picture. I think this is great, right? It's showing her assets. It's showing her face. It's just a very, very good quality picture. Why would I say it's mid? Well, mainly because I don't like the bio, right? I don't think the bio is giving you enough information about her. Now for the next one, let's go ahead and check the good example. So I think this is a very good example, right? Why? So what I see is that she's taking advantage of the profile picture by just doing a hand bra, right, with her hands. I do really like that you have this green thing about like around the profile picture. I think that's something that makes you different to all of the different creators. So I think it's an advantage, even though it doesn't look the greatest. The banner is amazing, right? Like it's amazing. You can see her in a very suggestive position. It's really good because if you were thinking about subscribing, I think that's the last thing, like the little help that you needed in order to subscribe. And then the bio, right? I think the bio, it's amazing. Not only that, but yeah, I think it's like a very girl next door type of vibe, very innocent. Subscribe for $30 a month, $3 for the next 31 days. Again, 90% offer, amazing. And then she has the message, which is $3 entry, 10 slots remaining. Also a call to action and a little bit of psychological trigger when it comes to the urgency. Now, let's go ahead to the next point. So the two Get All My Links alternatives, we have link.me and getmysocial.com. Link.me, it's a pretty good landing page, I'm going to be honest, right? It can add multiple IG accounts. It's expensive for what it offers, and it's getting known, right? So now it's going to be on the scope for Meta. What do I mean by this? If a lot of creators are using it, that are on the OF industry, there's a possibility that it may get banned, exactly as Get All My Links got banned. And with getmysocial.com, you have 4 different landing pages, a free deep link, okay, included in the subscription, in the free subscription, psychological triggers included, cheap for what it offers, and not that well known. So it can go under the radar. I'm gonna now show you both. So here we are on LinkMe. Okay, this is an account that I just created myself to kind of get an idea of how everything works. And one of the biggest problems that I see is the price, right? I think it's very good. I think it looks amazing. And what's the problem? Well, if you go to the agency side of things, you're going to see something, which is this. You go to start subscription and the price is $50 a month for total seats, like 5 seats. Okay, so if you have 5 creators, it's $50 a month, and that's the minimum, right? Like you cannot go ahead and get 4 creators. Yes, you can create an account for free for LinkMe, okay, but the problem is that that account doesn't include a deep link, okay? You have to go ahead, go to settings, you have to go to subscriptions, and then you have to go here, right? You have the LinkMe Pro and the LinkMe Plus. The LinkMe Plus doesn't include the deep link technology. So in the end, if you're an agency and you have, like, for example, let's say 10 creators, you're going to have to pay almost $200 for the deep link technology, okay, for each creator, unless you have the agency thing that I just showed you. Let's come to Get My Social. Okay, this is the other one. I mean, I've already been using it for my agency for some time. I think it's actually very good. It has very good things, okay? So, well, let's go and check how it works. So you have the link, right? The user clicks, then the shield is activated, okay? And then it's directed to the native app, okay? So what I told you, it's gonna go to Safari, it's gonna go to Google, it's gonna go to the app that that person uses constantly to browse the internet. Now, when it comes to the price, it cannot get any better, okay? So if you go to monthly version, you're gonna have the free plan, which already has 1 free direct link and 1 landing page. So if you're starting out as an agency, what you can do is just create multiple accounts for each creator, right? With different emails. But even if you don't want that, you can, for example, get the creator plan, which gives you 2 direct links. When it says direct links, it doesn't mean that it's going to open the landing page outside. It means that it's going to open directly, if you want to, the Onlyfans, okay? But we don't want that because we're at a point right now where Meta is not allowing that, right? So it includes 10 landing pages, okay, each one with deep links for $7 a month. I mean, it's a pretty good price, right? And all of them come with the 14-day free trial. So this is a mock-up of how it will look like, right? I think I'm gonna have to censor this, I will see, but you can do a lot of settings. You can change ethereal, you can change to dreamy profile, like it seriously changes everything. So, I mean, it cannot get any better, right? Then when you click on it, it's gonna, like it's gonna pop up. And then you have the thing with the numbers, right? So limited time offer expires in 4 minutes. So you already have this urgency. It's amazing. Now, the good thing also is you can change every single thing, okay? You can go ahead and just change everything. I mean, it's amazing. It's something that I haven't seen with Get On My Links. I haven't seen with any other link in bio. In the advanced section, there's going to be city indicator, which is another very good psychological trigger to kind of get them to think that they're going to meet the model because she's in the same city. Online indicator, okay, that you can toggle on and off. Replies in less than 30 minutes. I mean, it's amazing, right? I've left the link in bio with a referral code, so you can register for free and you can just try it out. If you like it, please reach out to me on Telegram and let me know. And if you don't, well, at least you have this option that you can try on. Now, how to optimize your socials, right? Ask yourself, are they going to find you in the profile? Who are you? Exactly what we went through before. Now, what I want to do though is just show you some examples. But before that, let's just check. Call to action in bio, good feed posts, highlights showing personality, reels that actually bring value, good link in bio setup, okay? Those are the main things that you have to have in mind when it comes to your Instagram profile or your Reddit profile or your Twitter profile. So I'm going to be checking these profiles so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. In this case, for example, right? This girl is already at 133,000 followers. And as you can see, it's very on brand. It's very on niche. She's not using a landing page, I think. Well, yeah, she is, right? Exclusive content, Instagram. Okay, perfect. It's optimized, right? You can, like, I do like the colors. I think everything is very, very optimized. She does a lot of videos playing tennis. What's the main thing? Well, that you can just see her ass. You can just see how she plays. And it's just like very attractive, right? It's something that people don't usually do. And that's why she gets the numbers that she gets. Now, if you go ahead and check this creator, which is Jelly Beans. I mean, if you don't know who this creator is, you've been living under a rock. She has 7 million followers. She's very well known because she does videos on top of cars. In the past, she used to do videos destroying cars, and that's why she gets the views that she gets. Now, moving on, Aria Sky. So, for example, this girl, I think she's very on brand, right? Even though she doesn't have millions of followers, I think she has the cosplay type of niche, anime cosplay type of niche. And you can just see that everything is amazing, from the username with this small thing here to the CTA, more of me here, and then the arrow. So you can click on the link tree, and then here you have everything, right? The spicy site, which I'm sure is already optimized. But then you check the reels, and even though some of them aren't that viral, some of them do work, and I think she's very on brand. She could do maybe a better job when it comes to posting. Maybe she just posts one per week, and she should be posting one per day or 2 times per day. But I mean, I think she does a very good job by staying on brand. So this will be another very good example. And finally, that young blonde. She's the typical blonde girl that's actually hot, right? She's British, but also from Sweden, for what I can see. And she's just the typical girl that maybe lives or owns or works at a farm, and she just does content on the farm. And I mean, very on brand, and yeah, very, very, very good. And finally, conclusion, okay? This is what we need: attention, trust, and conversion, okay? And along the way, you just need to optimize some things, which we've already gone through this video. Attention, drive attention with social media by having a good content strategy that follows your niche branding. Rinse and repeat. Trust. You need to build trust with them. So once you build that trust, okay, get them to a nice, clean landing page that follows your branding. And as I said, my advice is to just use getmysocial.com. I think it's the best one because I've been trying it. They are not paying me for this, by the way. And then conversion, right? Have an optimized Onlyfans profile with a good PFP, a profile picture, memorable username, good description, and a CTA with a discount. And that's it. I mean, if you applied all of these, I'm sure your conversions are going to go up. You're going to get more subscribers in through the door. So yeah, keep on working, keep on doing a good job, apply these things, and that's about it. Now for my socials, that's my IG. Doesn't matter if you're an agency or if you are a brand or if you are a company or if you are a creator, just reach out to me through there, okay? So we can just talk about it and see if it makes sense to work together. My Telegram is RaulOFM. You can see it right there. Then for Reddit accounts, okay, if you need Reddit accounts, just look for Top of All Time, okay? I will leave the link in bio to their store. And for Get My Social, for the referral, you will find it
down below in the description of this video, okay? Have a good one. I hope this video helps you a lot. And if you have anything that you want me to talk about over the next videos, let me know, because from now on I will be uploading a new video every single week, okay? I'll see you on the next one.